My name is Vas Mafilas and I'm the Director of Progressive Financial Services. We are an Australian accredited licensed company through the Investment Commission of Australia, and we are a company that will make sure that we're here to educate and also assist you in procuring finance for your investment with 21st Century. What we do for clients is we make sure that we first of all listen to their needs, satisfy their needs, and give them the best financial services and options available to themselves. We are not here to take money out of clients. We are here to educate clients in using their funds out of equity release, out of new purchases, also through personal loans or whatever other means they are available to themselves, so they can invest in property in the United States. One of the biggest things that we always do is we make sure that we go through our list of clients and the lenders and we match them up to find the best financial solution to them. Due to the compliance of 2011 through ASIC, the Australian Securities and Investment Commission, we do abide by the laws of compliance and also of the National Consumer Council of Protection to make sure that the client, which is you, is protected through responsible lending. In some instances, we have had clients who have had numerous amount of properties, they've had equity in their properties, but we are bound by responsible lending where we cannot release that equity with the know-how that they did not have the means to pay back the loans. Therefore, we will only help those clients who have the means to service the loans, pay back the loans, and make it an investment that is worth their time, their effort, and their money. We don't charge any fees for our service. The reason being is the lenders and banking institutions pay us for our services, and all services that are rendered to the client, we notify them of their services that are available, and we also notify you of what the cost, fees, and structure of the loan will be. If there are any calls or any needs that need to be met that are outside the normal parameters of lending, we will make sure we address them. We will correspond with you in a very timely manner, either by email, telephone, and we will keep 21st Century involved in all our correspondence. For us to process an application, we do need documentation, and we normally send out a requirement list of all the documentation we need. Firstly, we need 100 points of identification to identify you to the lender, and of course to make sure that we are dealing with who we say we are. Then we would also need to have proof of income, because for you people to obtain a loan and service a loan, you do need to be employed or have a stable amount of income coming in. Because at the end of the day, this is responsible lending, and we need to make sure that you do not get into debt above your head, and worst case scenario, you do not want to be stuck with debt that you cannot repay. The next thing we would need is we would need your pay slips or your tax assessment notices or group certificates to verify your income. We would also need a loan statement of all your loans that you're currently having with your current lenders on your home loans, your credit cards, car, or whatever other loans we have. And one of the services we do offer in obtaining finance for you to purchase with 21st Century is to also consolidate your debt. A lot of times clients will have unsecured debt, where high levels of credit card debt, high levels of unsecured debt with car loans and personal loans and unsecured loans that they've taken out with store cards. What we would do is we would consolidate the debt. We would then give you a line of credit so you would have easy access and you would be able to manage your own accounts, and not only manage your accounts but use any equity or any further payments that you could be making towards your wealth creation in the United States with 21st Century. The next thing that we would need is we would need to verify all the documents that you would send us. So all documents would need to be certified, and once we have all the documents, we would then give you an option, as we are bound by the NCCP, which is the National Consumer Council of Protection, with responsible lending. We would make sure that you do have an option as to which lender you were most comfortable with. We are not commission driven, so we are not going to put you with a lender that is charging 2 or 3 basis points above the normal standard variable. We would put you with the best lender, best finance solution that would satisfy your need. That is how we structure the loans, Because at the end of the day, our business is built on repeat business, as is 21st Century, where they want a happy customer is a customer for life, and that's the same philosophy that we believe in. For the loan process usually takes within 4 to 5 weeks based on current service levels with the major banks. We would start off by the submission of all documentation. We would fill out an application form. We would then submit the application. They would then do a valuation on the property to make sure that there is equity in the property that we could utilize for the investments of investment properties in the United States through 21st Century. Once the valuation has been done and all the verification has been completed, we then submit documentation to the client, which is yourselves. The client would then sign the documents, send them back to the lender. The lender would either organize a discharge of current mortgage or lodge the caveat on the title, and all documents would then be signed, verified and executed, and the loan process, like I said, would take 4 to 5 weeks. Could be done quicker depending on the urgency, but at this current service levels, that's what we're looking at, is 4 to 5 weeks. In some instances, some clients are not comfortable with using their properties or engaging in the equity release of their properties to purchase property from 21st Century in the United States. Our other option that we do have is we do personal loans. They are at a slightly higher level. The reason being is that they are unsecured debts. The good thing about a personal loan is they are mostly stretched out over 7 years. So if you need to get into the property market, and for example, you can get a $30,000 loan, which would only cost you in the region of about $600 a month, which is $150 a week, then that is something that is affordable to yourself over a 7-year period. If you do need to increase the amount of borrowings, obviously we would then need to use bricks and mortar, which would be your property or current property or investment properties, to do equity release. But personal loans are another option. They are a quicker option, and we can give you an answer on how we can get the personal loan to you and have funds released to you within 4 business days. The only way that you can ever know what your options are and how to build wealth is, the old saying goes, if you're winking in the dark, you know what you're doing, but nobody else can see what you're doing. With us at Progressive Financial, it costs you not a cent. All it does is take a few minutes out of your day, and we could tell you your options of what equity you have, what your current borrowing capacities are, or how we can restructure your debts so you can have capacity to invest and build your wealth. You can contact us at the numbers below that are listed, and we will make sure that we do a mortgage checkup or do a personal loan checkup to make sure that you are on the right road to increasing your wealth today.